I'm Seamus Carroll from the Whisky Club, and I couldn't be more excited to be here in Campbelltown at the Glen Scotia Distillery, and I'm joined by a bit of a whisky legend, master distiller and distillery manager, Mr. Iain McAlister. How are you?
Brilliant, thank you for dropping by, Seamus. It's wonderful to see you, sir. Welcome.
Dropping by, you've rolled out the red carpet, mate. It's so amazing to be here and something we've been really excited to get to. Glen Scotia is a bit of a legendary distillery for us.
When I visited you in the Whisky Club in Tasmania, it was absolutely wonderful. Here we are in the Dunnage warehouse at Glen Scotia.
I couldn't be more excited. Even from a personal side, this is an all-time favourite for me, so I'm pinching myself just a little bit to be here, surrounded by casks that if you don't kick me out of this Bond store on the way out, I'm going to just get in with avalanche and kind of make the most of it. Glen Scotia is this distillery that has been producing amazing whiskey for such a long time, but it's now finally starting to get a bit of the recognition it deserves, and we wanted to kind of take some of our members through the distillery, through the story and through some of the whiskies. With that, could you tell the members of the Whisky Club a little bit about the story of Glen Scotia?
What a journey that this distillery's had. One of the remaining 3 Campbelltown distilleries, left from a total of up to 36 different distilleries here. There's nowhere quite like it for, whisky making pedigree. This is the place, This is the place, it's steeped in it. There's obviously always been distilleries in Campbelltown, but really when you get to about 1817, and that was really the first of the modern distilleries. From that point onwards, it was just natural progression.
Yeah.
Why here? One of the finest natural harbours in the world, had the wealth. Just the perfect storm for Campbelltown. There's certainly a renaissance in Campbelltown. Only in the last 13, 14 odd years it's came to the fore, and it's really, you're starting to see Glen Scotia whiskies back in the scene. So what we're seeing nowadays is wonderful. It's humbling, it's fantastic to see that interest.
For the members, if you could describe what is a typical Glen Scotia, what's the distillery style?
Glen Scotia really works well with bourbon casks. When you consider that bourbon influence, it works incredibly well with a new make spirit. It's going to be oily, it's going to have a certain amount of salinity, but yet there's that robustness in it, potentially a little bit of peat sinew in there, wonderful flavour profile. And that's important.
It's all of what you said and that texture. We'd love to tell the members a little bit about your personal story as well.
How many years? 16 years now, I think. So yeah, it's been quite a journey. It really has. When I think back to the very beginning, it probably I was a bit naive what was ahead of me. It worked, and credit to the guys, Davey and Jim was the 2 original guys. Now we've got a fantastic team here. There's 13 of us now.
Obviously a huge part of the distillery story isn't just the place and the name, but also some of the awards that you've been picking up lately, and there's some enormous ones to go along with that.
It's wonderful for the distillery, to get that recognition. 2021 was a special year for the 25-year-old. Best in class, best in show, world's best whiskey. When you think of the journey the distillery was on, that was unbelievable. Also that year we won the best distillery in Scotland, won best non-age statement for the Victoriana Whisky Magazine Awards. We won the world's best single cask, double platinum award, San Francisco, where all 80 of the judges had to score 90 and above. You really can't quantify these awards.
Well, and that it's worth sitting on a double platinum, almost unheard of, because it's 3 double golds in a row to get a double platinum. Just an amazing triumph to pull off.
We'll take it.
Absolutely. Iain, I couldn't be more excited to go through the whiskey that's in our glasses here today. I mean, a 2013 vintage Bordeaux cask, Glen Scotia. Can you tell us all about it and tell us what we should expect from it?
Over my shoulder you see 2013 first fill bourbon casks. So that's obviously the basis of this wonderful era in Glen Scotia's development. 2013. It's going to have that coastal marine aspect. It's going to be bold, it's going to be oily, it's going to be salty. And just that finish with a red wine Bordeaux cask. It'll be juicy, you'll get a lot of raspberries and cherries and real fruity aspect there, but really, it's Campbelltown. It's a special one. So I love the glasses, by the way, absolutely amazing. So look at the colour there, it's oily, beautiful. We knows it.
Wine casks come in and added, but it's still, again, got that really strong Glen Scotia kind of character beneath it from that initial maturation.
Absolutely. The first fill bourbon's going to, set it in the path, but that Bordeaux cask has really got to, just develop and dovetail into the relationship, if you like. Let's give it a try.
Please.
Good health, sir. Cheers. I love that ding. Oh, wonderful. Absolutely amazing. You know, there's red wine finishes and there's red wine finishes. That's a red wine finish. It's so complex, you know, it's so Campbelltown of the region, but yet there's a wonderful tailored flavour profile there. It really, really works. As I say, that juicy aspect is simply amazing, and all from that original, you know, these original casks, 2013, and there's not many of these casks about, I've got to say.
Are you saying 2013 is the best because you just had your eye in that year? Is that it?
Here's a wee story. So started in 2008, so spent the first 5 years just more looking at the flavour profile. So the end of that 5 years was 2013. What else can I say?
Yeah. Honestly, we couldn't be more excited to be working with Glen Scotia all together. So
Well done, the Whisky Club.
hey, well done to you, mate. And
Whisky
thank you for creating it.
Thank you, sir.
Cheers.
Good health.